Immigration documentation can be extremely difficult, as though immigrating isn't difficult enough, but it can be easy when you have the right information. And that is why I've taken it upon myself to share with you my experiences with some of the documentations. And in this episode, I would love to clear the air or the confusion on TIE and NIE in Spain. Stay tuned. Welcome back to my channel Motivated and Inspired. My name is Mimi Faith, and if you are a return viewer, thank you very much for coming back. You do know I appreciate you. If this is your first time, please I urge you to do go through my content and see if this is what you are interested in, and subscribe. Don't also forget to turn the notification button on so that you will be notified anytime I upload a new video. Now in Spain, it is extremely difficult, especially because for most immigrants they are different language speakers, which means that the Spanish language is going to be a barrier in understanding how to integrate into the culture. But first of all, how to even start with your residence. But there are so many expert groups likely that you can get information on. However, not everybody can share with you the right information, and also because they keep changing from time to time. So what is NIE and what is TIE? Before we define what they are and get to know their differences and how to acquire them, I would like you to know that your nationality is going to determine what you're going to acquire for, either the NIE or the TIE. So let's acknowledge that they are European countries. That's one. And then we do have European Union member states. And then we do have Scheghen states. Now all of these are different unions or organizations. However, some of the countries are found in some of these groups. So European countries are just countries that are located on the European continent, and then European Union states are countries that belongs to the EU or European Union organization. Then Scheghen states are also European countries that belong to the Scheghen State organization. What do they do differently? The Schengen states just give the right to mobility among citizenship, as well as foreigners who do have a visa to have a free movement in these Schengen state countries. So for example, if you do gain visa to Spain, it means that you can freely travel to other Schengen state country because Spain is a Schengen state member. Now European Union, there are some countries that are members of the EU but are not members of the Schengen state. So for example, UK used to be a member of EU, alright, but it wasn't part of Schengen state. So even though I had a visa in Spain and I was living with also a residence in Spain, I couldn't travel just to visit UK. I couldn't enter at all. I need to acquire a visa to enter UK, which is the UK visa, because it was not part of the Schengen state, it was part of the EU, and the EU law allows me to enter UK, but only under some conditions. That is if I am married or I am in a recognized relationship with a citizen of the EU member country, or if I am related in any other way to the citizen of European Union member country. All right? So now that we have briefly explained that, let's now go into what is NIE and TIE. You will understand why it is important to understand European Union, Europe, and the Schengen states. Okay? NIE, Número de Identidad de Extranjero, is a number that is being assigned to foreign citizens who are going to have any kind of administration formalities with the Spanish government. This number does never expire, even if you leave the country or not. Unless you're going to have any kind of formalities to do with the Spanish government, you're never going to be assigned this number. So let's talk about TIE. TIE, Tarjeta de Identidad de Extranjero, is a card that is being given to foreigners living in Spain. That card bears your NIE number. Now that we have separated them and we know the difference, let's talk about what relationship they have and what you can do with one and what it means to have one. Now, with a NIE, you having a NIE does not necessarily mean that you can reside in Spain. You can be in your country and you will be able to still have the NIE number. Now, if you're being granted a visa to enter Spain, your visa will already bear your NIE number. But that is if it is a visa D type, which means that you are going to be residing in Spain for a longer period of time, more than 3 to 6 months. So you will have the NIE already stated in your passport. The NIE is also used for formalities like taxes, like social security, like your health insurance. So without that number, you basically cannot do a lot of official formalities. With the card, you can never have a card whilst you are never residing in Spain. You only have TIE when you are residing in Spain. It means that you are a resident and you have a long residence as a student or as a worker or non-worker, depending on that visa, or also as a spouse or as a child to a Spanish citizen. So it's only in the case that you're residing in Spain that you're going to have that card. Again, your NIE number will be stated on your card, whether it's students, whether it's family to a family member of the European Union, whatever it is. Once you are residing in Spain, you're going to have a card and that number is going to be on it. Now, the card TIE does expire, but your NIE will never ever expire, even if you leave Spain. Even if you leave Spain. So let's say, for instance, I travel to Spain as a student to study in Spain. I live there for 1 year. I will have my card. I will also have my NIE number. Now my card will expire and my studies is over. I return to my country. The card has expired, but my number will never expire. In 10 years time, if I decide to travel back to Spain, that is my identification number. That's NIE number. Is like a tattoo on your body. A tattoo on your body, sometimes you can clean a tattoo on your body. So what can't you clean? It's like your life. It's like oxygen. It never expires, but the card does expire. Even if you're going to still be living in Spain, it will expire and you will need to renovate your card, but you will always have the same number. Even if you change your situation from student to a worker to a spouse to a business owner, your type of residence will keep changing, but your NIE number will never change. You will still have the same NIE number, right? The NIE does not certify that you can reside in Spain. However, the TIE certifies that you can reside in Spain depending on the expiring date written on the TIE. Again, your TIE can be taken from you, but it can never ever take away your NIE. So let's assume that you commit a crime. Hopefully you do not commit a crime in someone else's country, hopefully, but if you do and your card is being taken away from you and let's just say you're being deported back to your country, you will lose your TIE, but you will never lose your NIE. So it means that after years, if you are able to resolve this issue and you do have the right to re-enter Spain or revisit or travel to Spain, you will still be given or be assigned that same number that you had years ago, which means that you can never ever lose it. NIE is just a number that is being used for administration effective. However, TIE is a physical document that you're going to have. Now, are there cases where you can have the NIE without the TIE? Yes. You remember from the beginning of this video, I explained Schengen state, European Union, and European countries. Yes. Okay. Citizens who are from countries that are members of the Scheghen state do not hold TIE in Spain. They don't. So, citizens from Germany, France, come on, remember the countries, Switzerland, Belgium, there are 26 countries, so Belgium and what? Come on. Well, Portugal. Okay, let's just leave it there. So if you're from any of these countries and you're living in Spain, you will never have a TIE. Why? There is agreements within these countries, so you'll be using your national identification card from your country, which bears your biometric details, but you will be assigned a NIE number, which is going to help you deal with any official formalities, right, with the Spanish government. So you will have that number written on a green paper. Yes, sorry, on a green paper. So only people who are out of the Schengen state or are not members of the European Union who are going to have this card. Okay, so remember, even if you are from European country and your country is not part, okay, countries that like the Ukraine, any other country which is part of Europe but it's not part of the European Union and it's not part of the Schengen state, they are going to definitely be having a card. Even some of the countries that are European Union, they do have free movement, but there are still some rules. So some of them do have cards, like they are just special rules that makes the whole situation confusing, but they do have cards. Okay, so you're going to have that. But if you are from the Schengen state, you only have a NIE number written on a piece of paper for you. How to go about the TIE? It depends on your situation. You will have to apply for it with required documents. So depending on your situation, the documents that will be required for will be different, as in if you are a student, if you are a spouse, if you are a child of a citizen, they are all going to be different documents. And so you have to find the kind of documents you need for your situation. I have covered some of them, like the pareja de hecho or marriage. They're the same documents. I have already covered that, so you can go through my videos and see, or I will just leave it here. You can click on it if you are or you have done pareja de hecho. You will get those documents and then you will have an appointment to submit those documents. You do submit them, they will respond to you if they accept them or not. If they accept them, the next stage will be you going to the police station to give your biometric details, and then you will go to the bank to pay a fee. All of that will be given to you at the police station, and when the fee is done, the next stage will be the collection of your TIE from the police station. With the NIE, as soon as you arrive in Spain as a Schengen state member citizen, you just go to the police station and then you apply for it. You will pay a fees and it will be given to you immediately. In some cases, it will be sent to you to your address. In some other cases, they will give it to you immediately at the police stations. I hope that I've been able to clear the air enough and I've explained the differences between the NIE and the TIE, and it's not going to be a big problem. So in another video, I will cover step by step of how to acquire the TIE as a student. I have already covered on topics like pareja de hecho and also as a spouse. So you just have to go there and then see what you need and how to go about it. But this is it for this video. I hope that I've been able to give you enough information, enough vital information. Do tell me if you need some other video that you want me to talk about, but I share mostly topics that I have already experienced so that I can give you the right information, because immigration documentation is really confusing, really complicated to some extent. So I love to share information on situations that I have experienced personally, or situations that somebody very close to me is experiencing. That way I have like very legit information to give to you. But of course I can do research and also give you whatever information you need. So just let me know. It's about Spain and UK, England specifically for now. And this is it for this video. Thank you very much for watching this video. Be you, be bold, say whatever you want to say, be whoever you want to say, as long as you're not hurting anyone. But most of all, stay motivated and inspired. And I am out of here.
Stay motivated and inspired.